This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for April 9th, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.3 points or 0.07% to 406.33. Total trade volume was up to 71,931 shares changing hands at a total value of 428 million real or close to $108,000. On the main board, 3 stocks were up. Leading the market was Cam GSM up 0.83% or 20 real to 2,420 real per share, followed by MJQ Education, which was up 0.48% or 10 real to 2,110 real per share. Sainik Villa Autonomous Port was also up 20 real to 11,860 real per share. On the downside, 6 stocks were down. The biggest loser of the day was Grand Twins International, down 1.57% or 100 real to 6,280 real per share, followed by Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ, which dropped 0.92% or 20 real to 2,150 real per share. Other stocks also down were Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority, Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, Akleda Bank, and Pestec Cambodia. Over on the growth board, JS Land was up 1.29% or 40 real to 3,140 real per share, and DBD Engineering was up 0.48% or 10 real to 2,090 real per share. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 36,813 shares changing hands at a total value of 257 million real or close to $65,000, about 51% of Wednesday's trade volume. Grand Twins International recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 16,486 shares changing hands at a total value of 102.6 million real or nearly $26,000, approximately 23% of April 9th's trade volume. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD weakened slightly to 4,005 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was down to 102.34. Looking at global commodities, oil prices fell for a 5th day to their lowest since February 2021 on Wednesday on looming demand concerns fueled by an escalating tariff war between the US and China, the world's 2 biggest economies, and a rising supply outlook. Brent futures dropped $1.39 or 2.21% to $61.43 a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude futures fell $1.50 or 2.52% to $58.08. Both contracts lost as much as 4% before pairing some losses. Gold prices firmed as traders sought the safe haven asset after U.S. President Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs came into effect, while a weaker dollar and the rising prospect of U.S. rate cuts lent support. Spot gold rose 2.1% at $3,047.68 an ounce. U.S. gold futures gained 2.5% to $3,066.20. Stock futures fell early Wednesday as investors braced for the rollout of Trump's tariffs. The S&P 500 was inches away from a bear market, under pressure in recent days from the worst selling since the outbreak of the pandemic in 2020. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 583 points or 1.54%. Nasdaq 100 futures declined 1.21%, while S&P 500 futures pulled back 1.53%. Global markets were pummeled as Trump's 104% tariffs on China took effect, and a savage sell-off in U.S. bonds sparked fears that foreign funds were fleeing U.S. assets. This week has brought crisis-era volatility to markets, wiping off trillions of dollars in value from stocks and hitting commodities and emerging markets with force. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for April 9th.